Yes, I waited until I could go live to start. I was just trying to get this phone in a halfway decent position. Yeah, the hair closet is throwing up still. No worries. Look, I know. Right now, I noticed that Miss or Mrs. in the comment section was like, oh, I don't like that color, blah, 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 right? But I was like, you know what, Marquette, there's a little bit of truth. Because normally when you do that, you use all these other colors in it too, and it makes it look better. So I was like, oh, that's what I forgot. Thank you. In my DM comment section with the extra, because you actually reminded me that I do normally add these other fun colors through it, and I actually do have the extra color. I just was so in the moment of just trying to be done that I forgot to look to see what other colors I wanted to add to this hairstyle. Now this morning, yeah, it's only 9:25 a.m., but I went ahead, kept some promises to myself. I kept my promise of getting up and cutting my grass, front and backyard. So that was my first one of the day. Actually, first one of the day was waking up. Second one of the day was waking up with a positive mindset. Third one of the day was making my coffee and enjoying some of it. Then cutting my grass front and back, making content while cutting the grass, which was awesome because I told myself I would document some of that. Probably not from the perspective that most would want, but hey, still did it, right? Then enjoyed the rest of my coffee. Listen to most of an audiobook and enjoy my shower. Ah! And now creating content early in the morning. So good, right? And I'm also trying to make sure I don't hurt myself too bad because I am tender headed. I need to stop saying I'm tender headed so that way. Hey Matthew. Hi. You like my hair? Thank you. Ram Ramesh. Ramesh. I think that's how we say your name. Hey. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for liking the live. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for chiming in. Because that always helps. Make sure y'all do that. And make sure y'all cut on those notification bells because you love my lips. Thanks. P.S. Make sure y'all keep it PG because there's a lot of kids who watch my replays. So, but thank you, thank you. So this is going to go to the bottom down here. I did find my other colors so we're going to add some pink in here eventually. Just a little bit because I miss having pink hair. And even though I love my natural hair, I still love color. Thank you. Hey, Brian. You say you know what's up with it. They'll love. Yeah. Because I actually am a cosmetologist by trade. So not only do I do my own hair, but I actually get paid to do other people's hair too. But I'm not just a cosmetologist. I'm an artist. So I paint, I sing, I am a confidence coach. So I help people feel more confidence about themselves. Can you stand? Can you stand so you can see my height? No, because I am laying out hair and I'm not doing that. Come on, buddy. 5'7.5" is how tall I am. If you want to see me standing up, subscribe to the channel. Go through the videos. There are lots of videos of me already standing up. Your lips are so beautiful. And in your hair, thanks. No, I'm not. You look 40 and 20 at the same time, respectfully. Are you doing braids? Yes, Tracy, I am doing braids. The Tracy. Hey, I look 40 and 20 at the same time because I am 43. So, yeah. Very playful and childlike. So, in real life. So, that's probably where the youthful side is coming in. Personality. with peanut. Okay. Hi. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you guys subscribe. Y'all are, okay, I'm pulling in all these new people. But yeah. That's what happens when you don't do a bunch of drugs and you don't drink and stuff. So there's no filter on this camera either. So this is natural sunlight. So you're welcome. Yeah, I have freckles. Thank you, MW. You said I have the cutest baby face. I'll take it. I think some of that's personality rubbing off. I feel like once you get over 40, the way your personality is will show across your face for the good or the bad. Hey, dark high life. Thank you. You sound so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Now, look, people. Again, all the new people, since there's so many new people, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you like the live. You should share. It's my mom or dad white. Hey, Paige 9982. Actually, they are not. My dad is dark skin black. My mom is brown skin black. I do have Cherokee Indian, Blackfoot Indian. My mom's family is from New Orleans, so I have Creole. It's probably some of that golden undertone you're looking at. And then I have Cherokee and Blackfoot Indian, which is also where you get those high cheekbones. I'm sure there's some white in my family from the colonizer, from the enslavement of my people. But nah, my parents are black and black. And my grandparents on both sides of the charts were black and black. Hey, what is your name? Kanjar Dot. What is that? Dahlia. Hi. Hey. The crime family. What's up? Y'all need creative names today. BF blah. Okay, we're gonna say blah blah blah. Hello. There are a lot of white people in my family, but no, my parents are not white. Hey, Prince. So funny though. I don't think I look like that, but okay, cool. If that's what you see, good for you. But yeah, so right now I'm trying not to add too many random pieces. Hey, Princess, you say, hey girl. What's up? What's up? Thanks for the love, y'all. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for coming in, becoming part of the tribe. All are welcome. All I ask is that you keep it positive, because I like to put people in timeout. I don't like to block people, because even the people who are having a bad day that try to put that onto others, I still want them to have the opportunity to absorb the goodness, even if they don't understand why they're being ruffled and want to be disrespectful. But hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? So, yeah, what kind of lotion do you use? Your skin glows. AMW. Okay, so my skin is a Mod Podge of greatness. I use the Nivea 24 hours. Sometimes I also use the Dove Glow, Olay Glow. I mix a bunch of different lotions depending on mood that day. But the key to it is you take your favorite lotion, you moisturize from head to toe. Let's digress. First, you moisturize. Well, we're gonna jump before the moisturizer. So when you shower, I exfoliate my skin. So every time I take a shower, I use some kind of scrubby wash at least 2-3 times a week. More in the winter, less in the summer, depending on if I see an ashy spot or not. Then I follow that up with a moisturizing body wash. So first you do the bar, usually like a Dial antibacterial, some kind of antibacterial soap first, head to toe. Then you do the exfoliating wash. Those two can go either way, however you feel that moment. Then you do a moisturizing body wash. Then you rinse that off. Then you go to your lotions. Olay, Dermasil, Nivea. I use all of those pretty equally across the board. Then from there, I'll take baby oil, which is mineral oil, essentially. And I'll layer that on my skin. After I get that on, I'll put my favorite perfume of the day. Usually that's a Coach Floral or a Beautiful Magnolia. in the pale pink bottle, or also the one that's clear. I like both of those scents pretty equally. After that, I'll take scented petroleum jelly. Yeah, I know. And then I'll smother that on top, which locks in the scent. That's why when I sweat, people are like, oh my gosh, you smell so good. It's because the petroleum locks in the perfume. It is a long thing that I do, but that is self-care at its finest. And it keeps my skin glowy. It makes me smell nice. And it makes me happy. And then depending on the day, I usually end up putting some kind of glitter on too. So yeah, put all those things together and you'll have beautiful skin that smells amazing. Okay, so what am I missing? Hi, Dark High Life. Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much. Paige is your mom. Okay, I already read all those. Okay, what am I missing? Hey, Anthony. You said slippery. Yeah, if you don't do it right. But I mean, your skin is whatever you do to it. It's also drinking lots of water, eating lots of fruit. You are what you eat. MW says, oh, good tips. Thank you. You're welcome. Blah, blah, blah says, but I have to go. So bye-bye. Have a great day ahead of you. Or night. Sleep tight. Yeah, you too. Thank you so much. Make sure you chime in again. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you come back and cut on those notifications. Oh, yes, I need to add Vaseline too. Absolutely. So you do all these steps right out of the shower. So you want to do it while your skin is still wet, because the Vaseline is the tip that seals it all in. Anyone else have any other questions? Yeah, while I'm doing this type of live, I don't mind having Q&As. As long as you're respectful, as long as you're kind, we could talk about a lot of different things, but just know that my replays are kid friendly. So that is important to me. As long as you're respectful, we can have discussions. Yep, I'll be back sometime. I already subscribed. And I like to, yay, thank you so much. And it's me, Rose. Oh, hey, Rose. Yeah, so we're going to get through all this. So right now, the product I'm using is the Even Braid Gel, which is like this one, which is super minty. It says the braid formula is super hold with a cooling sensation. So my nose will get snotty. You will hear me sniffling because it is very, like, strong. So it has the, yeah. So here's the pink we're going to start introducing into this hairstyle. And yeah, I'm taking the braid gel and I'm rubbing it down because it's going to help with the friction. And before people be like, oh, I don't like a weave. Well, this is not your channel, buddy. I'm a cosmetologist. I wear weave all the time. If you don't like it, go to another YouTuber. Go to one of those. We are the kumbayas who don't do extensions. Or don't. I don't know. So yeah, I don't want like I don't like it when there's just a whole bunch of the same all the way through. So definitely going to go more, less is more with the chunking. But it's going to bring a lot of beautiful tonality. And again, I am an artist. So I do paint, I do draw, I do sing, I do all those things. But when it comes to the hair, I'm just as picky. But that's why when I do my hair, people are like, oh my gosh, that's really pretty. It's because there's a lot of different blending. So, yeah, the hair slid off the chair. Any other questions? Any other things y'all want to get into? Let me know. Yeah, my arms are tired because I cut the grass earlier, but I did know that was a potential side effect. Oh, when your hair gets matted like this, make sure you run your fingers down it. Don't force it. And see how big that knot is right there at the end of that one? I do like this. And I just cut it off. Because when you force that off, especially with synthetic hair, you're just going to end up with a mess. And it's going to help you overall because the hair is going to get really heavy from wearing it. So having some of the pieces slightly shorter is going to definitely make it better. So it's okay. You're going to end up cutting it anyway. So you take those. I like to pre-blend. I use my lap as a table and lay that out. One of the things I did notice that was adding unnecessary weight as I was going was I was braiding too far down. I do have to be careful because sometimes I do accidentally cut my hair because I just like, my hair is not that long. I can braid it further. I don't need to braid it that far down and then I cut. And I'm just like, why did I do that? But yeah, I tend to braid it at the beginning, twist it down. Sometimes I braid the full length and then I'm just like, wow, this is so much work that I didn't need to do later. All right, y'all got any other questions, comments? If you're new to chiming in right now, just know, watch the replay because I explained to you all my skincare. Anybody got any other questions, comments, thoughts, feelings? Just keep it positive and we're good to go. So I start off with the 3 sections and I braid that in just a little bit. And then I start braiding the pieces. I don't want all the hair the same length. So as I grab it in, I do it staggered. So that way I don't have to just cut it all off later, and it's going to keep it so that it's not as heavy. I don't put the bohos on every single braid throughout. I am intentionally choosing this longer one to lift out so that way when I cut it later, it's actually going to make the braid itself lighter. And I am going to go with the pink for this next piece, which is going to make it so that I can know which one already has one hanging out and one still inside. I'm going to braid that down about 2 more, 3. I don't know. That was actually like 5 more times, but who's counting? And then we're going to lift that up. And on this one, I'm going to take the platinum, which is going to make it really easy for me to see what I'm doing. And I'm going to braid that one down a little bit more. You want to braid it enough that it doesn't do that weird grippy jump thing. And it's also going to keep it from falling out, because there's nothing worse than you thinking you cute, but your extension fell out of your head. And if you end up grabbing the same one that you've already pulled through, just make sure it's braided down enough that it doesn't fall out. So that one is not braided far enough down. That's why it jumped when I pulled it. So if you pull it and you feel it like gather the whole thing, then it's not ready to be braided down. Which this one has a lot of pieces in it. So, whoa, what did I say? Okay, yeah, I'm all caught up. I was making sure nobody else said anything. Sometimes when I'm doing art, hair, whatever, my brain gets into hyper focus and I forget that I'm live. So if I ever do that and you're trying to get my attention, just put a bunch of stuff in the chat and then my brain will be like, whoa, why is it so many things moving? But yeah, feel free to chime in. Feel free to talk. Feel free to ask. As long as you keep it respectful, we're good to go. I still have the same song stuck in my head, which my daughter is so sick of, but it's okay. Hold on. Is that far enough down? I think so. So now I'm just tying off the end. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, so technically Antioch, but the furthest end of Nashville, my zip code is still Davidson County, and I'm still technically in Nashville because my thing says both Antioch / Nashville, so yeah. Yes, to anybody who was watching the live yesterday, I did bring some scissors in the room. I had hair scissors and stuff too, but finally made sure I had at least 3 pairs because I know how I get to going. Sometimes I misplace stuff. Mm-mm. Yeah, I don't like my hair super heavy. I can't wait to redo my daughter's touch-ups because as I redo hers, I'm gonna make sure hers aren't as heavy either. But sometimes she'll let me touch hers up. Sometimes she's like, "Mom, leave me alone." Oh, that's a cute one. The algorithm wants us to use the Q&A. So we're gonna add it. So for all the new people for a little while, ooh, it's in a weird position. What makes you laugh? Um, Sometimes what makes me laugh is when people play the game of Captain Obvious. Sometimes what makes me laugh is a baby laughing. I feel like laughter is contagious, so if someone else is laughing really, really hard, I'm typically gonna bust out laughing. Sometimes I laugh because my dark sense of humor. Like for instance, I was watching this scary movie and this person got eaten, and I thought it was funny because in that situation, if I was running for my life and I see somebody else get eaten, I'm gonna definitely laugh at that because I'm just like, not because I'm happy that they're getting hurt, but more so the fact that it just wasn't my time, which I probably think that's funny too because of my military experience. So yeah, that's pretty dark and grim, but still funny. So yeah, anybody else have a dark sense of humor out there? If you do, you can put it in the comments. That's why I was, whoa, yeah, that one's not quite ready yet. But that's why, like, a lot of times I think about a lot of different things with the content creation and everything else. People get in my comments and they try to be cute, and I'm just like, you don't know where you are, do you, buddy? It's okay. I'm gonna let you be great. Sometimes my old personality will come to the surface and I will say something, laugh about it, realize it was mean, and I'm just like, whoa, Markette, why did you do that to them? And then other times my body is like, you know what? This was a teachable moment and I like to teach. Let's teach them why that was not cool. But then other times I have more restraint and I'm just like, it's okay, friend. You know what? I can tell you're having a bad moment. I'm gonna let you be great. But you don't do that. I know that's a weird combination, but it happens more than I would like to admit. Okay, nobody's responding, so we're gonna move this because it's creating a block. So right now we're braiding in the ends, which this is one of the ones that's braided all the way through. I may not like this one later, but it's okay. I don't want them all this with all this hair on them. I just do some of them like that. So on the top ones, I probably will end up, when I redo those, I'll probably end up adding more hairs throughout. But the the ones like this one, I don't know. I think I was just talking too much and getting all excited and yeah, getting into the process. And I'm just like, let me show you how many you can add to one braid. Yeah, it happens. So right now we're twisting, but you have to twirl as you twist. So you do like a rolling sensation in two different directions as you go. That's important. You don't want to make it really, really hard though. That's the key to it. So yes, I am testing these because some of them did that weird gather thing that I hate. So I'm already gonna have to fix a couple of the other ones. Hey KB Curry Bloom Neem, I think you think, with all the heart face emojis. Hey, Markette, your hair is looking tea. Hey, thank you, Too Slow. Definitely excited because y'all know this is act up hair, right? I don't know if anybody told you, but when you get to having all these colors and it's this bright, this is I'm gonna be outside type hair. Thank you. So if my personality seems to be a little bit different when I have this hairstyle, mind your business. This is what that kind of hairstyle do. So y'all be like, oh my gosh, why is she so extra with her hair? Because it's just like the type of hairstyle that makes you want to be extra. How long do you braid? How long did you, how long do your braids last? Miss Tori, reading is fundamental, and clearly I needed to jump back to the fundamentals for a second. I don't know, because I typically touch my hair up all the time. My clients tend to have their hair up forever. I think they're due for a hairstyle. They tell me they're just loving it. Mine, I typically, if I didn't touch my hair grows fast. So mine typically could last safely a month and a half. But after a month and a half, just know them roots is grown out. So about a month and a half in, I have to at least do the edges or it's gonna look a mess. Oh, you said K-Bird said you just so beautiful. Thank you so much. But on my clients who has different genetics, their hair doesn't grow as fast. Theirs typically lasts 2 months easily, sometimes 2.5 months, to the point of me being like, hey, did you let somebody else do your hair? And they're like, no, I'm still getting compliments. And I'm like, oh, okay. So this is what that's looking like. We're gonna, I know, quit playing in your hair, Markette. You gotta get done. Mine is so straight, I think it starts slipping. Yours are not, you having straight hair is not the reason it slipped. Now, if you go washing your hair, yeah, it's gonna slip loose. So my hair is not, so this is my natural hair. I did put a little bit of relaxer through it, but this is what my hair looks like. And my roots have a little bit of new growth, so I'm gonna get in there. So you see that? There's not enough kink in that. So I don't wash my braids, especially when I first do them, because if I wash them, it will just slide all the way out like some bull crap. Hey, what's your name? Santos. Hey, Santos. You say, Too Slow says, I have to go to school, but tell Zoe I said hi. And if she is at school, tell her I said hi at the end of the day. Hey, Too Slow. Yeah, she should be, she will, if she doesn't change her mind, she should be back today. It depends on everything going on, but I'll tell her she's to say hi. If she does decide to get on the live, if she comes home and I'm live, I'll ask her to say hi. That is totally up to her. Thanks for all the love, y'all. I hope you have a good day at school. But yeah, I'll ask and she'll decide for herself. But yeah, I'm that parent. I don't really force my kids anymore. I used to try. But enjoy your school day. I'll make sure I'll post the rest of the video. How do you start the braid? I'll show you. Let me get through parting my hair first. But I will show you. Well, and no, I don't have a lot to go. Yeah, I read your comment. I was just trying to debate on if I found it worth responding, because everything does not deserve your energy. And watch your language on that one, because there are kids who read the videos, watch the videos, chime in, and I don't want anything that could be considered inappropriate, because I don't want their parents stopping them from watching the videos. Oh, that part is crooked. Yeah, it's pretty crooked. Okay. See if I can fix that. Because I don't want to accidentally make it too thin either. And take that down. I forgot you said that. I apologize. Thank you for apologizing. My thing right now is I have to get 3,000 watch hours. So I'm trying to make sure I keep everything P's and Q's in these lives. Even like watching my own mouth. Yeah, that's better. It's not perfectly straight, but it is straight enough that I'm just going to take it and call it cute. So I'm going to let that be great. Yeah, see? It's not 100% straight, but it's, look, by the time I braid that down, it's going to be cute enough. So, no worries. Yeah, so I think about all that stuff. Now, you catch me on the right day in life. yeah, my words can get, they match energy. Let's say that they can definitely match energy. But I'm learning to not do that to people because it takes you out of your headspace of gratitude. So just so Seskins, I would come on tonight if she's live because I can't be on here for like 7, 8 hours. If she wants to, she can. I mean, I don't make my kid do social media. She has a faceless account that has over 1 million views because she chooses not to have her face all over the camera. I don't decide what my children want to do. They tell me what they want, and if I can help them grow into whatever that is, I do. If I can't, oh well. I realized that my biggest problem is I had to unlearn what other people thought would be great for me. And so even in my own children's world and stuff, I let them be what they want. But yeah. I'm gonna do this. How about this? Okay. I sent it to her. I'm gonna make sure I send her that message so she can see what you said, okay? All right, bye. Yeah, I'll make sure I'll let Zoe see this because I tell her the words. I tell her like, hey, my people are asking about you, and she's looking at me like I'm speaking a foreign language, like to say okay, and that does not mean I want to be on camera all the time. I'm like, I know, but they love you. So my other daughter, Mackenzie, she has a big personality too. Sometimes I have to remind her like, hey, Kenzie, I would love for you to be on my page, but I need you to be mindful of your language. She's 21. Some of her things that she would say on the camera, I'm just like, come on, Kenzie. I can't even repost this live now. So, yeah. Quite funny, but still not always appropriate. But that's, again, that's why I put, sometimes my mouth isn't appropriate either. So that's why I always put on there, not for kids. Safe and sorry. All right, so yeah, I know I just laid out a billion trillion pieces of hair. Do y'all still want to see how it started? This is partly why everybody's like, why is your back so nice? You said everybody. It's because I'm constantly doing stuff that requires my back muscles. So this is how it started. You take a piece of hair, you take another piece of hair. This is twice the density of this one. You take it, you cross it over, you create a T, you pull it even, and then you pull these even, which doesn't really matter on this particular hairstyle now because I'm gonna cut all the pieces off anyway. But then you grab the top part, and after you grab the top part, you're gonna break it into 3 sections and lay those into the parts, and then you just start braiding. Now, when you try this and you're like, Markette, you made that look easy. Why is my hand slipping? Why is that not shifting around? I'm gonna tell you, it's because your fingers are either not in the right position, you're just not used to the way it feels to hold tension as you grab. And I'm also going to tell you, because you need to practice, you also want to make sure that you keep a lot of pressure on it as you go, because the tension that you have as you initially start will affect the way it holds. But if you have it braided way too tight the whole way down, your braid is going to look harsh and it's going to like gather. I don't know. So it's better to just, I mean, I do know, I just don't know if y'all are understanding what I'm saying. So you don't want the whole braid to be overly braided tight. You say, hey, Infinity Cloud, you came back. How are you doing today? I actually was telling John about you He was asking about the live, and I told him how you were talking about how you used to let them be great in your own life. I actually like talking to him about some of the stuff that we discuss because he actually is in business. And who knows, maybe one day he'll suggest to his company that he found this new speaker that can work a room, a stage, and she could be an inspiration towards for the room. Who knows? Definitely am trying to get into public speaking. So, I mean, I do public speaking daily, technically. But I tried it. I tried it using yarn, but it was great. But I got a few tension bumps or maybe an allergy. So most likely, Eric says lily fingers. Thank you. Frank Brown says mess with Mia. I'll have you wearing designer and make your dreams come true. I'm an older man who's now what? Hey Frank Brown. So this went from hair to humility to shoot your shot Wednesdays. What an interesting series of events. So, okay, so let's go in chronological order, shall we? Most likely you have tension bumps. That means you're getting these little sore, red, itchy spots that itch and hurt at the same time that tend to get pustules on them. Most likely that's because as you're braiding your hair, especially in the back, you're doing it with your head up. So it's better to hold your head down as you start, which I didn't have my hair all the way down, which is going to hurt right here for a little while. But on the others, I'll definitely make sure I demonstrate that too. Yarn, I've never done my hair in yarn, but if you want to do your hair in yarn, you can. I personally like using synthetic hair. Expressions is a great brand. Free Tress is a great brand, especially for beginners because it has a lot of texture to it. If you're worried about the dyes and stuff, you can soak it in vinegar first before you use it, but cold water and vinegar is cool. Personally, I use it out the pack. I've been using it out the pack for years. Have had zero issues from, I'm just gonna cut those later, from doing it out the pack. So, but I say for you, whatever works for you, that's great. As far as the people who are trying to get to know me, I would say you should put my name in your Google search, like Google search #Markette_official. Watch my other social media. My other social media will probably give you a better idea of my personality. And then if you definitely feel like, hey, she's pretty cool. I mean, I'm always open to networking. Let's say that. I feel like as visible as I actually am, anyone who actually wanted to get to know me could, because literally, my LinkedIn, my TikTok, my YouTube, my Facebook, my Instagram, they all have links that link me together the other ways. Okay, Infinity Cloud says, Markette, I made a YouTube channel. Yay! Good for you! Dedicated to my art because you inspire me. That's amazing. And I look forward to seeing something that you have created. May not watch the whole video, but I will at least check it out. And I will make sure I hit subscribe on that just because that's cool. And I will make sure I cross post at least one thing that you share, because that's incredible. Miss Tori says, I heard wool yarn is nice, but can cause it to, whoa, what? Folding, but I never had trouble taking them down. Personal preference. I feel like whatever you use to do your hair is going to be a personal preference. I personally don't like the way wool feels on my skin, so I have autism. I'm really sensitive about like the way stuff feels. Like if something's kind of itchy, if something's kind of rough, I'm gonna scratch myself sore because I don't like the way it feels. So yeah, personally, Marquette could not use a wool on my hair. I don't like wool blankets. I don't like wool sweaters. So yeah, for me, I couldn't do that. That would drive me batty. But if that works for you, great. But I just say if you take whatever material you're gonna think about using on your hair, take it, rub it on your skin, rub it on your face, rub it on your arm, rub it on your neck. If it doesn't feel bad, then it should be okay. If it does feel bad, don't use it. If you feel kind of itchy just from having it in close proximity to you, don't use it. Um, you said okay. Infinity Claus says I'm posting tomorrow on it though. Okay, cool. Miss Tori says right. The yarn braids are also heavy if you get them wet, so they're actually holding moisture. So yeah, that could actually create problems too. So be mindful of that. So if you're gonna go swimming and stuff, I wouldn't use it. I'm watching your live while making art. Hey! Oh, did you get to watch last night's art session? That guy turned out really, really, really good. It was a slow and steady art session. If you didn't watch it last night, make sure you get in there because it was so good. It was like one of those things, like once it fully dried, I looked at it this morning and I was like, wow, he's incredible. His neck is a little small, but the the way that it turned out, I was like, yo, this was a dissertation on if like just trust the process was art and turned out super incredible. But I'm so happy that you're already in creation mode. Oh, you're in your flow state, Infinity Clouds. Awesome. That means that you are in a great headspace. That's awesome. Make sure you nurture that daily. Good for you. Infinity Cloud says it's not about proportions, it's about the creativity and thought. Absolutely. Again, people, a child shall lead them. But yeah, I'm super excited about how everything is turning out. Not just the way that I create like hair and all this other stuff. I like the fact that I keep planting seeds of just try. So I like the fact that all of y'all are starting to just try stuff. Not because some random stranger on social media. It's like do it. It's more so because you feel inspired. I tried. Okay, Miss Tori says I tried doing the leave out mermaid braids, but immediately got tangled. The straight braids keep it neater. Yeah, mermaid braids. What are mermaid braids? I'm not really familiar with all the terminology to the new hairstyles because I promise every 10 minutes somebody is doing something that's been around a million years and giving it a new title. So when my clients come at me and they're like, Marquette, I want mermaid braids, or I want boho braids, or I want goddess braids, or I want all these things. I'm like, hey, can I see a picture? And they're like, but it's called this. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Seriously, can I see a picture? And then that's when I'm like, oh, this is what you want. And they're like, what do you call it? Braidable curls. I don't know. Something I'm sure there's a name already out there for it, but I'm glad it looks like what you want. Yeah, when there's just straight braids and you only put the curls at the bottom, they typically do last longer. When I do these type of braids, I'm learning that you have to keep them moisturized. Something I did today, which may sound crazy, that same old baby oil that I was putting on my body, I put a little bit of baby oil through the bottom of the hair. Also, gel. So I take in my gel container, I take gel, hairspray, like pump it up hairspray, and also Gorilla Snot hair gel. And I can't remember what the other gel is called. And I stir them up and I put them all together in a jar. And once all this is done, I actually create gooey, which feels gross in my hands, through the curls, which gives it like hard stiffness. And then I also add moisturizer, like the curly products that I use for my hair naturally. I put those to the braids as well, and that I actually keep it from getting matted. You also have to twist it every single night. This is not an elective. This is a necessity. You have to twist it down. So if you know that you're in for the day, create 6 to 8, 10 braids, twist it down, and leave it like that until you're about to go back into the world. Miss Tiori says, it's what you're doing, leaving the curls loose. Oh. See? Yeah. Again. But cool. Yeah, you have to twirl it down at night. And then also, not having all the hair the same length makes it easier to maintain. So you want to make sure that you have staggered layered hair versus every single piece the same length. And as you see the knots, trim them as you see them. Don't try to pull them apart. Don't try to do all that extra. Just cut it off. It's just weave. It's fine. Throw it in the trash. Could always buy some more. Hey, Curtis Walker. Not really sure what you're saying, but hi. Thank you for putting something in the chat to get my attention. Thank you for chiming in. I know that you're on the live. So funny. Also, when you're trying to make your hair last a long time, you would probably want to use way more braiding hair than I'm using. I'm not really using the braiding hair as a way to make mine last longer. I'm really just using it as a way to make it not fall apart. When I braid it with just the curly hair, the curly hair is kind of slippery. My natural hair is slippery. Put both of those together, it's going to slide down and fall out. So I use this braiding hair first to create a base, which is giving it support. Then I add all the other pieces. On this one, I'm actually going to braid it down a little bit more than on the other. See what I mean as far as staggering the hair? It's not about caring about how many falls the right way. It's more so about, hold on, what? Infinity Class says, do you want a sneak peek of my art I'm going to post it? Oh, absolutely. You're going to text it to me on Instagram, #Markette_official. Miss Tori, Infinity, tell us about your art. Yes. We would love to know what kind of art you're doing today. Oh, guess what? Yes. Please share what you're going to do today, because you said no, I will tell you what it is. Okay, yeah, let them know, because you could actually get some subscribers off of this live too. That would be amazing. Yeah, y'all go ahead and subscribe to her channel. She is a Christian singer in high school that is following her dreams. Jesus, right? Oh, whoa, what? Miss Tori says, right, adding the hair is gradually. Yes. You could, if you're learning to braid, you could actually add all the pieces in at the same time and just pull them slowly, but just be careful not to pull your real hair out as you go, because it'll seize up and act funky, especially natural curly hair. Jesus is God will. God is the best. He will protect you no matter what. You read the Bible, just read the Bible, and he will help. Yes. Well, there's more to it than just that. So a lot of people read the Bible and they don't believe what they're reading, so they don't actually get the benefits of it. So it's also about your heart posture. If you are innately a hateful, negative person, but you call yourself a Christian and you're reading the Bible daily, then you're still not going to get that positive. I mean, yeah, it's always great that you believe in God. Yes, it's always great that you have a religion. It's always great that you are improving and you're learning the words, right? But if you are in a lack mindset of everything goes wrong, everything is bad, I watch the news 24 hours a day, I gossip, I complain, then you're not going to see the benefits, because you're believing, you're coming from the heart posture, your I am is innately negative. But when you believe that everything is working out for me. I am great. I'm always improving. I am confident. I am strong, outgoing. I am always attracting good into my life. I am in alignment with the word of God. Then yes, your life will improve exponentially. Some of the things that you didn't expect, it's already there. So it's not just about believing in God, it's also about believing in what you can do to make your life better. All right, make sure y'all comment on my other videos too, so I can know that I'm supposed to check back in. Okay, so Infinity Cloud says she is drawing a dancer, and Miss Tori is also an artist. So, are we gonna have some art networking happening within the chats? I hope so. Make sure y'all actually go visit, like write down each other's names, and that way y'all can always go back later and check out each other's artwork, because definitely want this to feel more like a community, not just me saying, hey, look at me, I'm doing something cool. It should always be, hey y'all, let's connect, let's network, let's build something great. Miss Tori says, I started processing my own clay in, ooh, purifying it. How do you do that? Did you make a video on how to do that, ma'am? Because that would be great. I was literally talking to someone about pottery just the other day. And Miss Tori, what made you become that style of artist? Because honestly, I don't know. I haven't really gotten into that kind of stuff. Zoe loves that kind of stuff. She's really good at Play-Doh and stuff, and that could be a great thing to learn. So that's amazing. So Miss Tori, not trying to tell you your business, but if you decide to really get deeper into creation, if you want to teach your process, if you want to share your art and you want to make videos on it, that could be very cool. Very, very cool. And if you comment, hey Markette, this video has these techniques on it, I will repost them. As long as there's nothing crazy going on in your background. Hey CKB. What's up? Yeah, so key, always moisturize your hair. I don't care if it's human or synthetic. Always make sure you do a skin test to make sure that the products that you're using aren't creating a reaction either. I am one of those people who has super sensitive skin when it comes to a lot of some of these weird products that people recommend. So I learned to not take recommendations from the crowd on hair product. And I use what I know works for me. Again, take your hair 1/3, 2/3, cross it over. For the people who are actually trying to learn today. So the part that's open, that's one group, and then you have your other two. So they hold it like that. I'm always so fascinated by whatever the algorithm decides is the part that it wants to create the short off of. I never know. But yeah, I love to teach people stuff, so you're gonna definitely learn. You like the hair? Thank you. The hair came from, some was from Amazon, some was AliExpress, and then some was the hair store. So apparently this whole thing is gonna be pink, which means I gotta do a whole pink braid on the other side too to balance this out. Ah, D Nice says you're welcome. Thank you, D Nice. Yeah, I love when people comment. I know a lot of people watch the live silently. I know 77% of the people who watch my channel never like, share, comment, or subscribe, but it's okay. Eventually you're gonna be like, oh, Markette, do you know who I am? And I'm gonna be like, nah, because you don't ever like, share, comment, or subscribe. So the algorithm has not shown me who you are. But if you want to be a part, you want to become part of the community, the key to it is interacting. Because honestly, I could say that I have some of the coolest people on the internet that are trying to become, that, well, not trying, that are actively becoming more self-aware, more believing and more inspired to just do the thing that they've always wanted to do, because you are the company that you keep. So if you don't have someone in your actual life that cares about what you think, that lets you who wants you to be brave and strong and try new things, it's okay. I'll do that for you. You just got to be able to tell yourself that those people, they don't matter. I don't care who they are to you. They don't matter. If they don't want to have something nice to say, they don't matter. If they don't want to believe in you, they don't matter. If they always try to tell you what you can't do, they don't matter. All that matters is that you do what makes you happy. You do what God tells you to do with yourself. Whatever's in your heart, you can do it, because you already have that inspiration. It didn't come from nowhere. So now all you got to do is take the steps towards the goals that you desire. Like the Habakkuk 2:2, I know Infinity Clouds, we always go back to that one. Make the point, write it out, make it plain, but also take those actionable steps towards whatever you desire. So Infinity Clouds, she took the actionable steps. She decided that she wanted to create the YouTube video, so she decided to post about it. And then she decided to write it out by sharing and letting me know that she took that step. So now, every time this video plays, there's a reminder that she has already taken the steps towards her goals, and now it's going to reverberate, and it's a beautiful thing. Okay, so Infinity Class says, so I'm drawing a ballerina on point. Oh, that sounds gorgeous. What color is her tutu? How tall are you? It's Cena 2212. Okay, I'm going to give you all a chance to tell me how tall I am. And if y'all guess it in the chats, cool. If you don't guess it in the chat, I'll still tell you. So, can y'all figure out how tall I am based off of my proportions? Okay, 5'4", says Cena. I am taller than 5'4". Go higher. Who's going to guess it? The ego says, I really don't know where you are from, but my eyes say that you are so beautiful. Thank you so much. I am from America. Infinity Class says 5'3". I'm taller than 5'3". Cena says 5'6". I'm taller than 5'6". Both of y'all in Infinity Class says 5'6". I'm taller than 5'6". I'm from America. My family is from New Orleans. According to Ancestry.com, some of my ancestry is predominantly from Guyana, but I also have, I'm taller than 5'7". Cena says 5'8". I am shorter than 5'8". But you put both Cena and Infinity Class together, you got it. 5'7.5". The Yankees are asking for a height. Yeah, they're asking for my height. So I'm 5'7.5". Okay, y'all want to guess my weight next? Since that was a pretty interactive moment. Have at it. Oh, and when you do that, just remember, I'm extremely fit. So let's go for my weight. Have at it. This should be interesting. Can you guess mine? No, I can't guess yours. I've never seen you. 150. Wow, so close. Go higher. Wow, you are incredible, Infinity Clouds. You said 40 pounds, more than 110 yesterday. Cena says 163. Go lower. Infinity Clouds was super close. Whoa, you are actually remembering my stats from something I said. That's incredible. 160. Go lower. 150 is in the realm. That is, so the 100 is right. The 50 is right. The 0 is wrong. Do you wear heels? All the time. Cena, my favorite pair of shoes is some 6-inch patent leather heels, boots that are thigh high, which technically those are not. 155, go lower. Oh my gosh, that's too far apart. They're starting to hurt. You're in the right direction though. Go lower. There's not too many more numbers to go. How tall are you in them? I don't know. 5'7.5", so I'm over 6 foot. Six one. Oh my gosh, that will give you so many views on the live. I'm sure there are videos of me in my tall heels, which I realized I didn't post. They're probably on Facebook. I probably should post something like that on. I did a walking video on TikTok a long time ago. How to walk in heels. Wow, that's crazy crooked. Okay. See if we can fix that. What's with all the heel questions today? But the next time I decide to wear that, I will make a little video and post it. Okay. You said, can you try it? Yeah, but not right now. Infinite Cloud says, Markette, do you have a pen and paper near you? Oh, Cena says, because I'm 6 foot. Okay. Oh, Cena, are you a guy or a girl? Sure, I can grab. Do I have a pen in here? I thought I did. Maybe. Hold on, wait. I don't need a pen and paper. I got technology. Girl, I'm tripping. Oh, you subscribe? Thank you. Why don't you just type it out and I could screenshot it? Why am I working so hard? Yeah, I'm a guy, but I'm peaceful. LOL. Okay, cool. Well, from your line of question, I made the assumption. Well, I inferred that you were a guy, which is the same as a fancy way of saying assumed. So yeah. Oh, art. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. How about this? I literally just did a screenshot and I'll make it as a post. And then if you share one of my art lives on your channel, I'll actually get a notification that says that you did it. And then I will repost one of your videos to my channel. So yeah. I mean, it would just be cool to see you be 6'2" in them. LOL, you're cool. Thank you. Yeah, so actually, I'm probably taller than 6'2" in them because, like I said, the heel itself is like this tall. Probably this tall, maybe a little taller. So, yeah. Just saying. I know. Look, my arms are getting tired, but I can do this. I have to at least make it through the back so that way I can put my hair up in a bun and act as if it's done when it's not. So I'm not trying to finish my hair today, but I definitely have to get to a better stopping point. I can't just leave it the way it is because this is probably gonna be embarrassing to my children. Do you have them? They're downstairs. It would make you famous just trying to help. Walking around in some tall heels will make me famous. I don't know, because that didn't make me famous on Facebook. So if you did a deep dive on my Facebook page, Markette, so Markette Troy, but the one that has the same image as this this channel, there's like a million videos of me in heels. There's a million videos of me in swimsuits and everything else. And there's only 8,000, well, 7,000 and some change subscribers on that, followers on that page. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm not saying formula works for everyone, but seeing it work, but lives is where it works. Oh. So you want me to go live in some heels in 120 degrees and hope that I don't fall on the live? Okay, I'm playing. I'm not gonna fall. I don't fall very often. I can't even remember the last time I fell, just like I can't remember the last time I was sick. But yeah. Whoa, I caught it and it slipped right back out my hand. No worries. Fingers are slippery. Infinite Class said, Marquette, can I tell you how I found you on YouTube? Absolutely. I would love for you to tell me how you found me on YouTube. I love good moments like that. Let's hear it. So, first, okay. Can you imagine finding a YouTube channel where you actually feel like you're at home? Then subscribe to Markette. Couldn't help it. Look, y'all, couldn't help it. And yes, Markette is my real name. Yes, I'm at home right now. This is my hair room. Whoa. Hey, Monrose. I don't know what to put. Hi. So, I'm going to assume that Monroe underscore IDK what to put happened because you tried so many usernames that at the end of the day, you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to put, I don't know what to put. And then it says, yes, this is available. And you're like, bet. Works for me. Is that what happened or not? Okay. So Infinity Cloud says, so I was scrolling on shorts and it brought me to your live where you were painting with almost no views, and I almost scrolled, but I stayed and talked to you, and I liked you. Know what? She is fun. Do I subscribe? Wow. That's a cool thing. Ah, the Raven fan says 1994 says this. What's up, Raven fan? 1994, is that the year you were born? But I'm glad that you chose to subscribe because we've had a lot of cool moments. And you made it cool. Oh, you did? Yeah, and that's when you subscribed. Well, thank you for your subscription. I'm glad I was able to inspire you to chase and do your own thing more. I think that's awesome. Ooh. I know I would probably have, some of my stuff doesn't have lives, like have a lot of subscriptions on it, like a lot of people viewing it because it's too sporadic. But that's why I always tell people, hey, turn on those good old notification bells because I don't know when I'm going live. But I think that's some of the appeal if you really think about it. Like, think about it. It's kind of like slot machine action. I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know what she's going to say. But I do know I like this feeling. So, yeah. That works out in my favor. But thank you for that. That's a great way to know how that worked out. I have noticed on average I do get a lot of subscribers. I know the video that I got the most subscribers on was the one with Zoe. I think on that particular day I ended up getting 20 subscribers from that live. My hair video yesterday, the hair live yesterday when I started this hairstyle, got 10 subscribers. The painting I did last night got 1 subscriber. Finny Class says, Marquette, you're so beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So now we're twisting past my real hair, which I'm realizing that some of them I might have cut my hair because I'm just like, why is this twist so long? But yeah. Whew. This is why typically I used to start in the back, but now I started in the front so that way the pretty neat ones are right around the edges, and then the back looks like, why are you looking so hard? It's none of my business. But now, instead of just rushing through the back, I try to take my time. So right now, I'm actually almost to the point where if I stop it's okay because I can put it in the bun. So see right here, once I get to this point here, I'm just gonna put this in a bun, and then I'll have one more day to go, and then I'll be great. Which in my head, ideally, ooh, that is too wide. Ideally, I want it to be done before Zoe's birthday, but now I need to bring a box of tissues in here because this is getting bad. I have really bad allergies, and I cut the grass today. So you put the fact that, see, it's not even wet. It just feels like it's trying to do something. Yeah, in a lot of cultures, that's gross. But, oh well. We're in America. We do that in America. But, yeah. So now, well, I'm just trying to make sure I get enough done at one time so that I don't feel stressed. So I literally go through life trying to make sure I do enough to make sure I have the things that I desire, but not so much that I feel like I regret it or I hate it. Because at this point in my life, I have a comfortable enough life. Yes, you say in the Infinity Class, yes, in America, we are free. Yes. Megal says, don't forget life. It's short. You don't have much time here. Absolutely. So, honestly, I realized that's part of the reason why I chose to become a creator on YouTube. And it's because I want to be, well, not want to be, I'm already am, on Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, probably like a couple other things that I don't use anymore. I'm already immortalized. Think about it. Every time you write a book, you are immortalized. Every time you make contributions to magazines and stuff, you are immortalized. You can choose your own mortality or immortality based off of the footprints you leave in the world. Your life is fleeting, yes, but your imprint can live on way beyond your actual span of life. And that's why the things that you say have a ripple effect. The things that you do have a ripple effect. Yes, I'm working through this hairstyle. The things that you impress and imprint on your children will have a ripple effect for generations, not just, oh yeah, y'all are asking about favorite products. This is one of my favorites, the ID texture, this thing, love it. Also have ripple effects. That's why they always say the power of the tongue. The power of the tongue has life and death, but it also affects people at a visceral level. And that's why I don't allow people on my live that are hateful, negative, vulgar, because this is not a place for that. This is a place for us to learn to draw, to connect, to be inspired, to share wins. Because sometimes in life, you don't always have a safe space to be like, guess what I did today? I did something amazing. Sometimes in actual life, you're like, guess what I did today? I did something amazing. And people are like, well, big deal. Like, what? What you mean big deal? And I had to learn for myself that when that happens, those just weren't my people. So I realized that I created this place too because I just wanted to have more of a place to just share in a way that felt more organic. A place where people can bounce ideas safely and not feel judged. I also like the fact that I get to teach people in real time that when people are mean to you, that's just their insecurity showing. It has nothing to do with you. There's already been so many case studies on all these different things about how when people are in a mood, the way that they judge, like a lot of teachers, they tend to judge paperwork harsher when they're in a bad mood. Like the people's grades go down. So if there is an oral report or there's a written report and the teacher is in a good mood when they read yours, they tend to grade it higher. If they're in a bad mood when they read yours, they tend to grade it lower. And the way that happened was there was this professor who submitted the same paper to the same teacher during two different things. I don't understand how that worked, how the teacher didn't realize it was reading the same thing twice, but for some reason he didn't. So then in the study, the guy had the exact same thing, the exact same everything, right? And the first time they read it, they were in a bad mood. The second time they read it, they were in a good mood. And they told the teacher that they were grading based off of their emotion. And the teacher, of course, denied it. So then they showed the same paper and showed that it was literally the same thing twice. And that's when the teacher had to admit that they were just in a bad mood. And that's why sometimes when you know that something should have been graded higher, maybe you should advocate for yourself and just be like, hey, you know, if you get a few moments, can we review this together? Because I really want to understand why you chose to tell me that I have a bad grade on this report. So it would make me feel very happy if we could review this together. See, that's the part you did. And then you can explain to me why I got this grade. Please and thank you. Of course, do it from a place of kindness. And sometimes you'll be surprised that you'll actually get a higher grade. But you also have to show up from a place of humility. You have to show up from a place of kindness, because if you make the teacher feel worse about their own mistake or shortcomings, they're actually going to make your grade lower. So it's a double-edged sword, but even if that happens, at least you'll feel better about it because you stood up for yourself. In my life, I've actually had a lot of moments where people really didn't like what I had to say, but I said it anyway with my chest up. And I've learned that I sleep very well at night from that. I absolutely sleep amazing at night because I literally say everything I feel. I don't always say 100% everything I think and feel. Sometimes I have to sugarcoat it for myself because I realize the person that I'm becoming is not in alignment with the way that old me would have said it. So sometimes I just say, okay, I'm just going to let them be great. And I don't always have to just say the thing that they're trying to provoke me to say. And then I had to realize too, that's a strength, that's a power, that's a superpower, right? So in life, a lot of times people are intentionally trying to poke the bear. So how could this present? So right now, we're going to just jump into a dissertation on why people are the way they are. No, not even why people are the way they are. We're not even going to get into that psychology. We're going to get into the psychology of why people try to provoke you. So we're going to think about this from a detached place. So imagine yourself in the theater of whatever the person is doing. So whenever now I can sense someone is starting to complain, starting to go dark, something I've been actively working on within myself, which I do not tell that person I'm doing, I'm going to tell you. Our secret, right? We're not even going to share it with the world. It's our secret, right? Now, if you do happen to share it, good for you. But look, so soon as the person starts to complain, as soon as the person starts to be like, I don't like, trigger word. So if you hear, I don't like, I don't think, I don't want, well, maybe not, I don't want maybe be that little tear thing. So we're not even going to go there. Hey, Jerry. What? He says you're cute. Oh, eat those. Wow. So let's keep this PG because kids are watching. No, I can't read that because, yeah, trying to get my watch hours to stay watchable. So whenever people say some stuff, just know that not everything deserves a reaction. It's the moment, right? So you think about it from a place of detachment. So detachment means that you're not feeling the feeling of whatever happens. kids should be in school sunshine, but there's a thing called replay, and I repost my videos. So also, some schools haven't started. Some of the schools don't start until September. Thank you, Infinity Clouds, for reaffirming to the new people that school hasn't started for everyone. It's okay. So we think about, yes, she's in high school, by the way. Some of my viewers are even younger than her. My viewership goes from, I think the youngest viewer that watches me regularly is in sixth grade, and then the oldest is 90 something. I don't know. I have universal appeal. So back to what we were saying. We're going to digress back into what we were talking about. So think about it from a place of detachment. When someone tells you what they don't like about you, you're going to go into the theater of your mind and you're just like, oh, it's okay. I like this one. This is the story about the bully. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to see what she tries or he tries to say to me. Oh, this is going to be a good one. I wonder what I'm about to learn from this one. So then the person is going to be like, you know what? I don't like the fact that you, ooh. So they're going to tell me what's great about me. Oh, I love the fact, look at how much attention they're paying to me, because they're about to tell me what they don't like about me, because I'm so great that they want to tell me how much attention they actually pay to me, right? Right. Yes, this is really how I think. So then they go into the, I don't like the fact that you always, I always, So when they get into the whole, you always, first of all, nobody always does the same. No one. You're not a robot. You never do two things the exact same way every single time, even if you tried. So you always think. So now we're mind readers. Okay, so on this episode of The Bully that wants to tell me what I always do, they can read my mind. Wow, what a great script. So interesting. Look at how much attention they're paying to me, because they want to tell me how much they're always do. Okay, so now you have the scene. The scene is the bully. The topic is you always. And they're also telling you, I find you so interesting that I am observing you closer than I'm observing myself, right? And then that line is the fact that you always. So now they're telling you that they pay so much attention to you that they want to tell you how much you do something. Okay? So we get into that, right? You always think that you're so cool. Well, what did you learn from that? They always think you're cool. That's a cool compliment. You think you're so pretty. That's a compliment. You always want to be seen. That's a compliment. Because did you tell them that you wanted to be seen? No, they came to the assumption that you did. So that's not a bad thing. Just know, no one pays attention to anyone that they don't actually like something about them. A lot of times they're in this headspace of what they don't like about you, because they're basically making a proclamation about the fact that they're jealous of you. And no one who truly is engulfed in their own thoughts, feelings, and emotions has the capacity to care about somebody else's doings. Like, I've never gone on another YouTuber's page and said, you know what? I don't like the fact that you're a content creator. Like, what? I would never do that. Why? Because I'm more focused on creating my own content. When someone is doing something that they enjoy, they don't care enough to try to make you feel bad about doing something you enjoy. When someone is happy with the way they look, they're not going to tell you how they don't like the way you look. When someone likes the fact that you have joy in yourself, they're not going to try to knock you off your high horse. They're like, girl, you on a high horse? Girl, me too. We are on the same high horse, girl. Where are we about to take this? Because when you actually like you, the last thing you want to do is make someone else not like them. So when you're watching the movie of the bully, just tell yourself that is their own insecurity and that is a they problem. And I'm going to let them be great. Because in that moment, everything they say is a reflection of how they feel on the inside. That is an internal clock. A lot of times, those same people who are being mean to you, they go home and everyone is mean to them. They go somewhere else and everyone is mean to them. Sometimes, even though people are mean to you, sometimes they're just jealous. Yes, they could have more money. Yes, they could have better cars. They could have a better relationship. They could have a better everything. But even though they have all those things that make them better than you on paper, they're looking at you with your little piece of paper and your pencil while they got their computer. And they're like, why are you happier with this pen and paper than I am with this computer? And even though on paper, they should be happier than you, they're actually jealous because you are happier with less and they have more. So don't ever let the vision of the person who is being mean to you stop you from anything you ever want to do in life, because that is not your problem. There's a they problem, and you let them be great because you're already great innately, and that's why they chose to pick on you in the first place. Okay, so let's see what I'm missing. Hey, Sarah Bello, you says I'm new here. Hi. Jesus is God will says I will protect you. Just read the Bible. Okay. Yeah, God will protect me. I can't say you will because I don't know you, buddy. The Holy Spirit is with you. You just don't pay attention to it. Yeah, I actually do pay attention to the Spirit, and the Spirit led me to say the things that I said because I feel like someone who has chosen not to speak up needed to hear that message. The more you spread the gospel, the more you can listen to God. I don't think it works that way. So I actually believe the more that you are in peace with yourself, the more you're in alignment with your thoughts, your feelings, your heart posture is in that of gratitude, joy, peace, and you are moving from a place of joy, then yes, you are able to connect. So I feel like God tells us to to come into a heart posture, like be like childlike. Children don't think in infinites. Children don't believe what they can't do. Children believe what they can do. Children are always creating art, music, songs, dance. They are moving from a place of free will. They are moving from a place of joy. So I feel like, but also think about it. Children aren't innately just jealous. Children aren't innately hateful. Children aren't innately trying to tell someone else what they can't do. Children are so engulfed in their own beliefs, their own things that they want to do. They don't think about what the person next to them is doing. They don't. When a child is learning how to walk, they can't be like, I don't want to walk because they can walk better than me. No, the child is more focused on, I'm going to walk. So what do? They take the actionable steps to learning how to roll over, how to stand up, how to take the first step. And they keep going through the pain, through the discomfort, through it all. They just keep going until they get it, right? Same thing, content creation. Same thing with everything else you have the desire to be. You just have to keep going because there's always going to be that person in life who is too afraid to be their own level of great. Instead of trying to become what they actually desire, they would rather tell you what you can't do. And that's why I don't believe that. But okay. Sunshine says, very childlike mind, no wonder more kids watch than adults. Actually, Sunshine, funny you say that. You should look at my algorithm. Most of my viewers are actually adults. The kids tend to talk more, but there are definitely more adults than children. But you know what? I will take that with a sprinkle of powdered sugar because that's a beautiful thought. Thank you for that. Tessa says, you are so pretty. Hey. I will take that compliment with joy, love, and support. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I see you. Thank you, Tessa. Vinny Claus says, wait, that is so true about the bully Markette. Yes. You see how we keep having these moments? There are always teachable moments in every situation. I always love when I tell a story about why people are the way they are. with the psychology. And then God's like, hey, Markette, you know what? He go, we're going to give them the moment to shine so you can prove your point. Absolutely. Absolutely. Baby Bubba says, from 1 to 10, I give you a 6. Well, you know what? You give me a 6, I give me a 10, because actually I'm a million. So good for you, though. At least I know you can count. Oh, sorry. See, look, see, told y'all, petty. It happens. Absolutely, Tessa. Thank you for my 10 from you. Infinity Cloud says, I love it when you're so happy like that. Thank you. Look. You cannot let somebody who how can I get mad at a message that I don't believe? You said no doubt pudding. Okay. Good for you, buddy. See, I'm just going to let them all be great, because apparently I'm staring people's spirits right now. But I'm going to let them be great. The timing is so serendipitous that I couldn't make it up if I wanted to. This is awesome. Whew. And to think I was actually getting sleepy. So it was like, that tickled my fancy so much. I have no idea how much. Thank y'all so much for that. To all the bullies in the room, you're welcome. You didn't know you were walking into something like this. It seems so easy to be like, oh, she's so smiley face. I'm going to get a reaction. I'm going to feel a jolted better. And then you realize where you are. And my reaction says, not today, little buddy. Oh, that was so childish of you to try to take me off my kilter, not realizing that's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. But it's okay. You tried. Good effort. I'm going to give you an A for effort because you didn't know. It's okay. So now, as we go through this, Infinity Closet at We Love Markette. Yes, but just remember my name has 2 T's and an E. But yes, Tessa says, I wish I was like you. You can be. You really can be. My skin gets thicker by the day. I practice not caring. Literally. When I was in the Army, I literally got written up. And in the report, the first thing they said has a do not care attitude. Like, one of my drill sergeants got mad at me. And he said, you look like, he said something smart to me. So I got smart back with him. And I was like, you know what? What can you do to me? It's not like you can hit me. And if you choose to hit me, I'm going to hit you back. So when I said that to him, like, he was so offended. But the thing is like, what can you do? I pay my own mortgage. I own my own car. I pay all my own bills. What can you do to me? I have food. I have water. I have creativity. I like being alone. I like to create. There's nothing anybody could say to me to tell me that I don't already have an amazing life. Literally nothing. I've already lost 6 family members within 6 months. Know how that felt. I've already had 2 careers, working on a 3rd. Know how that feels. Like, when you've fallen down so many times in life, there's nothing anybody can tell you about how to get back up, because I've already done it. And you have to just believe in yourself. Like, you have to tell yourself that God literally wouldn't have put me into life being the way that I am if he didn't have great things for me. Literally, my whole life. The thing that I always got in trouble for, speaking up for myself, my entire life. The thing that I got in trouble for, being too childish, being too childlike. And childlike and childish are not the same. I am very child adjacent. I am super creative. Like, most of my days is spent painting on my walls, painting on paper. Yeah, childlike. Singing, childlike. Dancing, childlike. Cooking, drawing, gardening. Like, my life is pretty easy. But it's because I did all the hard up front. Do I need to be more adult-ish? I'm adult adjacent. Typically, I go through my life. I pay all my bills on the first of the month. This month, I actually pushed that crap through the month because I was being a procrastinator. But this coming month, I'm definitely going to do it all by the 3rd because I'm not doing that again. That was stressful. It was because I was trying to find a different methodology, but I realized the little $7 I was saving by trying to call all the people, all that stuff, it's not worth it. I need to just keep that subscription and let it happen. Make my life great. But I realized too, like, when you do the hard thing up front in life and you're constantly pushing yourself to be better, thanks for all the hearts and loves. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the quiet observers that are subscribing because you're just like, I'm not going to say nothing, but I like what you say. Thank you. But yeah, I have so many things going for me because I keep making sure they happen. The thing is when you make sure your life is good, your life gets better. But it's not even just about doing the right things, the hard things. It's also about enjoying the small moments, taking moments for gratitude, taking the moments for believing that your life is improving, taking those actionable steps towards your goals every single day, no matter how you feel. And when you do that kind of thing, your life will change for the better. I tell people all the time, your mindset is the biggest thing that dictates your life. Oh, you said thank you for your service, Infinity. You're welcome. You're so welcome. When you take the time to focus on all the things that you are doing right in your life, when you have a to-do list, when you focus on all the things you should do towards what you actually desire, your life improves. When you focus on all the negative people, all the people who tell you what you can't do, all the people who tell you what you ain't gonna do, then your life gets worse. Your greatness is none of their business. Every time they have something negative or hateful to say, just tell yourself, oh, they're telling me they're not my people. Seriously, try it. Try it for like a week. Whenever somebody, like if you got good news and they look mad that you got good news, they're not your people. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're blood. I don't care if they're family. I don't care if they're your cousin, your neighbor, your boss. I don't care who they are. They're not your people, right? So if you have good news and you're like, hey, guess what? I got all these people who like me, then they have something to say negative. They're not your people. If you got like, hey, I have great news and I did this today, and they're like, oh, you know, this YouTuber, she's doing this and this better. Oh, well, this other girl, she's doing what you do too, but she's better than you. She got this many people. Those are not your people. That's their insecurity coming up, wearing a mask that actually tells you that they're not your people. So yeah, funny, so many YouTube subscribers, so many people that reach out and watch my stuff, so many people from around the world that love me so much. Literally, I'm internationally known, and the people who you would have thought would have supported my channel, yo, them people would not watch if you paid them. They would not share if you paid them. They would not comment if they had to choose between commenting and taking their last breath, because they don't actually like me. But you know what? I think that's a great thing, because I have social proof. I have mental proof. And when they come to the point in life where my greatness is reflective in my success, is tangible to everyone who looks, the fun thing that's going to be the big old ha-ha. And when I'm going to be like, you know what? I was already letting you be great, but I want you to be great by keeping that same energy over there. Yeah, that's Big Petty to the forefront, hunty. And I'm going to let her stand with my chest up, because why not? There's always going to be somebody who is going to try to be your supporter, your biggest fan once you make it. Those are not your people. Let yourself detach from those people who were negative and hateful. Believe them. Believe them. Like Maya Angelou says, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them innately the first time. Not the second time, not the third time. The first time. Believe them. They know who they are. So why shouldn't you believe who they are? And yes, as I'm having this conversation with you, my brain is reflecting on other conversations I've had with others. And I'm like, Markette, you're telling them that they should believe people the first time, but you don't believe the people the first time. I know, look, we are a work in progress. We don't judge. But yeah, I think about all that. But I love it because I'm constantly taking screenshots and posting to my pages. I'm constantly posting my stuff across my platforms. I'm constantly remembering who interacted, who shared, who commented, who did stuff. So that way, when life gets me to the next step, because it has no choice but to progress in the right way for me, because I've already done everything the right way. When they come at me like, oh, I support her, I'm like, no, you didn't. You're full of crap and you know it. You know you're full of crap, buddy. It's okay. Nah. Will I say it to them? Depends on how I feel. Sometimes I'll say it to their face. And then sometimes I'll just act like I don't hear them. You know what? Just like you didn't see that my channel existed when I was at 1,000 subscribers, it's none of your business now either. Nope. Just like once my stuff gets to the point where it's over for letting more people, you don't let them, because it's none of your business. Because your greatness isn't based off of if someone else said you can or can't. Your greatness is great. You're great because you're great. You were born perfect from the moment you came out your mom's body. Now, it doesn't matter if your mom likes you or not. It doesn't matter if anybody else in your actual current life likes you. All you got to do is you like you and know that your thing that they call weird, your thing that they call quirky, your thing that they said, why do you do that? It's the very thing that's going to make you successful. Guess what they call me weird for? Talking too much, having an active imagination, drawing, being secluded from people because I felt overstimulated. Yeah, same thing I got teased for is the very thing that's making me successful on YouTube. Go figure. So, the very thing that they're teasing you for is the very thing that's going to make you amazing. So, my biggest thing that I hope that you all take away from today's live, if you take nothing else away from it, is that you are already the way you're supposed to be. Stop masking. Stop pretending to be the thing that they want you to be, and be who you are innately. When you live into your greatness, you're great. And yeah, I have autism. Sometimes in real life, I miss a lot of social cues. And I had to start learning body language because I got tired of not understanding what people were doing to me, even though they were doing it in front of everybody else. Missing the jokes. Yeah, that was not cool. But now I actually like the fact that I miss it. Okay, so Tessa says, I want to braid my hair like you do, but my parents won't let me. Tessa, why will they not let you braid your hair? Are they saying you can't have it because it's too long? Or are they telling you they don't like the colors? Or are they saying that you don't have because it costs too much? I can't help you if I can't figure out the limitations. What is your name? Luckit Ho Jolly says, good afternoon, beautiful. Good afternoon. Okay, you say, same person says, is not you who braided your hair yesterday? Yeah, I was braiding my hair yesterday, absolutely. And K Kirby Bloodnum says, faux show. Faux show. Or as my other creator says, show enough. Yeah. I definitely cracked myself up. You're welcome. All right, so got this little chunk of hair right here. This might end up being a 3-session hairstyle. But yeah, I literally only worked on the camera. Love you. Yay. Hey, Tristan Santos, how are you? Then they say it will ruin my hair. Okay. Are your parents within earshot of my live right now? Is it possible for them to hear the live? Because depending on how it's done, yes, it could potentially break your hair. But if it's done properly, it will not cause any damage. I'm a cosmetologist. The main thing that breaks people's hair is braiding it way too tight, and it's also the way they take it out. Those two things create the problems. In any classes, Markette, I literally took my eraser scraps and flushed them down the toilet. What? 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 Ma'am, are we throwing? Are you supposed to flush them? I don't know if we're supposed to do that, friend. I'm gonna recommend you putting those in the trash can because we don't want to contaminate the oceans with eraser scraplets. That's rubber, and I don't know. I'm gonna say next time, friend, we're just gonna put them in the trash can. Yeah, it's a oopsie moment, but it's a teachable moment. But if you were my daughter, I would say, honey, let's not flush anything down the toilet that's not a bodily fluid or toilet paper. The moment that you just did that this time, it's okay. It's more cumulative, so it means that when you do stuff like that over time, then your parents are gonna have to, or whoever you live with is gonna have to call a plumber. But for this time, you're okay. It's a teachable moment, and Marquette's got you. But we don't flush things in the toilet that aren't actual things that are made to go to the toilet. Never thought I would have that conversation on the live, but hey, it's okay. You might have just helped other kids know not to do that, so good for you. What's the best way to take it out? Slowly. Okay, so when I'm about to take my hair down, I know that there's a lot of products in my hair, so I literally wash my hair. The day before I plan on taking my hair out, I'll wash it really good 2 to 3 times with shampoo. Make sure I rinse out all the shampoo super good. Put conditioner through my hair. Rinse it out really well. Let it dry overnight. Then the next day, I slowly take it out by fingers. I don't try to comb it out. I don't try to pull it out. I unravel it slowly with my fingers from the root to the tip. Once I take it apart from root to tip, I do like this, which is a flicking motion at the root to separate the buildup. And then I comb my hair. I put it's probably like that Hawaiian Silky 14-in-1 moisturizer through my hair. Comb that through. And then I will put conditioner through my hair, comb that through too. And then after that, I go through to the regular wash one more time. Or sometimes, honestly, I'll just re-braid on top of that. But you can moisturize your hair and then do your normal wash day routine after that. Can you take, well, what? Infinity Claus says, can you take out your braided? Can I take out my braided hair? I could, but I'm not. Not right now. Girl, we trying to install braids, not take them out. This one is going to end up coming out like these up here, like right on the part line. Not today, but eventually will come out because I actually want to put this other hair on those. But yeah. Oh, you're saying like whenever I decide to take my weave out, can I do a live on it? Yes. I got you, girl. I heard you, but I didn't comprehend. Had a blind moment. It's okay. Yeah. I've done it. If you look through, I don't know if I did all those steps on the live, but yeah. So normally when I'm taking my hair down, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I am watching TV. I'm not really in one of those moods, but yeah, I got you. I'm sure I'll do it one day. It's all content, right? I heard you, but I did not understand. But yeah, I got you. So can y'all see the pink at all? I know it's pretty subtle. And then on the ones that I'm doing now, when I get to the top, I actually am gonna do darker hair on those. And that way, it'll be more like ombre. And that's gonna look really cool later. A bit. I think it's gonna be one of those things that's gonna hit, like, depending on the light of the room. I know one time I was doing my hair while binge watching Korean TV, of course in Korean while reading English subtitles. And I was like, oh my gosh, my hair looked crazy as heck. I had braids braided together and everything else because I was not looking in nobody's mirror. I did the entire hairstyle by feel. It looked cute, but gosh, I had to fix so many braids. It was such a headache. And I was like, okay, Marquette, you got to focus better energy as you do your hair because that was a mess. So what you're noticing I'm doing is I'm checking to pull off any hairs that may be stuck to the curly hair, so that way I don't end up with a bunch of my natural hair stuck out and weird, because it sticks to everything. uh you said a bit, okay. And then Tessa says, you remind me of my granny, she is the best. Thank you so much, Tessa. I think that's a huge compliment. So growing up, some of my favorite people were actually my grandparents. So my mom's mom was like one of my best friends. My mom's dad was like one of my best friends at one point in my life. My dad's mom was one of my best friends at one point in life. I go to the VA hospital and I sit and talk to old people all the time, even after my appointments. So a lot of times, some of the shorts I'll talk about somebody is some random stranger that I just sat and had a conversation with. So yeah, that's cool. I spend a lot of time with a lot of old people and I learn a lot of life lessons through them. And I literally just share what I learned that I find useful. One of the things I found the most useful from being around so many old people is let go of stuff. Just let it go. You know, just like a song Let It Go from Frozen. Let it go, let it go. I'm one with the great unknown. Let it go, let it go. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. So I actually take that literally because, like, think about it. In your life, when you linger and hold on to those cold thoughts, those bad things, the dark places, you can't have the creativity. You will never be at your full capacity when you're worried about somebody who don't even like you. If they don't like you, then they're not your people. If they don't like what you think, they're not your people. If they don't want to see you succeed, they're not your people. If you feel held back in a situation, leave it. So be it. Just like one of the things I had to learn in life after getting my second divorce. Second divorce? Will there be a third divorce? I don't know. Will there be a third marriage? Absolutely. Who would I be married to? I don't know. There will be a look, it's gonna happen one day. Don't worry. I'll share it when it happens. But just know in life, you always have the right to change your mind. One of the things that's the saddest thing to me is when I see old people that are together for like 20, 60, 80 years, right? Their whole life, but they don't like each other. They're together because they have a fear of being alone. They're together because they can't afford to live apart. One thing I learned is I never started over from zero. I started over from my highest point. I started over with the knowledge I had already acquired. And honestly, I'm realizing that's why I share so much on social media too. Not just for you all, but so if my kids ever have a question, I'm hoping that they can go through one of my videos, one of my short forms, one of my long forms where I'm talking for like 22 minutes with some kind of inspirational, motivational something. And I hope that they have a way to hear what they need to hear. Because when you hear something in different points in your life, it just sounds different to you. All right, Infinity Cloud says, Marquette, I think my ballerina that I'm drawing is going to be black and white. Ooh, beautiful. Ooh, have you considered black, white with some silver highlights? Tessa says, do you have any kids? I do have kids. My girls are 13 and 21. Zoe will be 14 on Thursday. Mackenzie will be 22 in a few months. Yes, I am a mom of two. A mom of two that spends a lot of time around, who spent a lot of time around kids and old people. You have any other questions? Yeah, if you looked at my social media, you'll see them. My kids are awesome. Whoa. But I am Mama Bear, so don't come in here talk about my kids, because that will get you blocked instantly. My tolerance for people trying to be mean to me is high. My tolerance for people being high, like mean to my kids and my viewers, is extremely low. You said any tips for on drawing faces? Yes, practice. Practice makes perfect. Wait, you said their oldest is 22? Yes. Well, she's 21. She'll be 22 this year. So you can look up how to draw faces, and there are these things called golden ratios and all those different things. So they actually have these forms that you can use to outline it. I'm not really good at those, but one of the things I just started doing is, so think about the face. I do the oval first, then I typically figure out where the nose is. So you can do a line down the middle of the face lightly. So you can do a line down the middle of the face lightly, and then you can do two lines that are parallel down the whole face, right? So within that center line, that's where your cupid bow is going to be, the point of the lip. So after you do those three lines horizontally, which means this way, you're going to go vertical. So wherever that T cross first, from here to here, which is going to go a point here, those are where your ears are. The bottom of the lip typically, or the middle of the mouth, depending on how low you want the ear to go. Younger person is the opening of the mouth. That's where the 2 points of the bottom ear are. Older person, you can have the bottom of the mouth, something like that. I don't know. And then the line that goes below that line, that would be your bottom lip. The line is slightly above that line between the, actually, on my face, that line right there, where the bottom of the ears are, it's the top of my lip. And then, yeah. There's so much. There's so much that goes into it. But yeah, definitely practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Oh, I haven't got, okay, so there's that black and white sketch I did in pencil. I made it short. Watch that. That can help you. You said thank you so much. It helped. Oh, you're welcome. But yeah, please watch that short, Infinity Clouds, because I literally just sketched out a whole picture in pencil, and I think that can help you. I fast forwarded it, but I think I'm gonna go. Ooh, did I? I don't know. I think it might be boring if I didn't have it fast forwarded, but you should watch that short that I created, and I think that will help you. And I know my nose is not really running. It just feels like it's running. And that's why, even though there's nothing coming off on the paper towel, my brain is like, you should at least try to dab it. You said, okay. Yeah, so, okay, we had a lot of different things happening in such a short period of time. We were talking about self-confidence, art, motivational, why we don't let people take us in, why we don't let bullies bully us. Apparently, my height has been a big thing today. You said, okay. How big of a chunk of hair do you use for every piece? Small. Less is more. So take the cumulative, if you're trying to figure out, okay, so say that this is my hair, right? When my hair is stretched and there's a bunch of product, say this is my density. You see that? So now the hair that I'll use cumulatively, all the hair together, should not, so see this is just slightly thicker than this. You can do it like that if you want to. That's balance, right? The Africans, what you see, like the people with the super heavy hair, they take twice. So they'll take that one piece and they'll make sure they have twice as much hair as the real hair. See the difference in how much hair this is versus this is? You can do it like that. That's going to last longer, but that's going to create a lot of unnecessary weight. And that is the part that actually creates the breakage. So I try to, for my own hair, see, like all this is trash. I'm not using that. So for my own hair, I just typically go, I like to have a little less weave than I have my real hair, but just enough weave to encapsulate my natural hair. But I also don't care how long it lasts. I just know that I like having my edges. I like having my length. So I don't try to do the piece to piece. I always try to put just a little less real hair than my hair. On my daughter's hair, she does not like getting her hair done as often. So for every one piece her actual hair, I actually try to do 2 pieces of the extension hair. I always check to make sure it's not hurting. I also make sure she doesn't feel like it's too heavy. For her, sometimes when I know that I need my hair to last a long time, I'll also do 2 pieces of my natural hair for 2 pieces of her hair. Yeah. Okay, so any tips of drawing a nose? Sure. So you're going to do 2 perpendicular lines from eye to, so one line down the middle of the nose, 2 perpendicular lines that go down the face. But before you do that, you can go from point between the eyes to here, draw a straight line, then draw a triangle from here, from the point of the nose, draw a triangle out, right? And so then you're going to connect the points of the eyes down to that nose. And then you're going to do a circle in the center of the nose, like an oval circle here, and 2 C's on the side of that. Then you're going to do a half an oval here, half an oval here. You can do a shaded line that goes up and out like this, up the nose. Then you're going to erase the bottom half of the circle. Then you're going to create arch lines here. So if you're doing paintbrush lines, you're smooshing in the directions of those ovals. Then you're going to erase out the other center line, erase out that full center here. Are you shading with pencil or are you painting? Oh, wait, I'm going down this rabbit hole and I don't even know, what medium are you using? Yeah, you're welcome. You said it worked. And my brain was trying to connect. I didn't know if you were doing pencil. Oh, okay. But I assumed it was pencil. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I even told you to do. Okay, so we got another brain melt because, you know, I even told you, hey, look at my art. Look at my pencil. I did my pencil short. I just did. So, yeah, we just had a brain melt. Awesome. Pretty cool. I'm glad it worked for you. And for the lip, you want to do a heart at the top lip and an oval for the bottom lip. Ah! Yeah, I don't know why that little part hurts so bad. Any other questions? Why do people smile when no one's smiling? It's 'cause they're thinking of someone that loved them. So keep on believing we were meant to be, 'cause it's getting so much better every second we're together. Sweetest love, I got the sweetest love. There ain't nothing sweeter. Yes, I do. I got the sweetest love. I braid. I used to braid Mackenzie's hair when she was younger, and I braid Zoe's hair now. There are videos with me braiding their hair. I used to do Zoe's braids live, but then Zoe got real dramatic for the camera, and I'm like, Zoe, please don't be dramatic for the camera. My fans don't need you to act out torture for them. But yeah. Mackenzie currently has locks. Zoe's hair is to her butt, and yes, they wear weave all the time. Now I got this feeling in my bones. Products that I like to use while braiding hair is water soluble products. So if you can dissolve it in water, then it's going to be less likely to create buildup in your braids. If you can't dissolve it in water, it could create buildup. Although I love Mary's Beads Wax for the ends of the hair because it actually seals in the product. So if I was new to braiding and I can't tuck hair, I would do that. But for the roots, I would say I would use something more like this, which is what I use in my own. Sweet, sweet, sweetest love. I got the sweetest love. Yeah. Even though I keep cutting Zoe's hair, her hair is super long, so I have to trim it because her hair is getting too long for some of the weave. Do you ever DIY nails? I have not in a very long time. I used to be really big into nail art and all that kind of stuff. I went through this phase, so I have thousands of dollars worth of nail products in this room, but I don't know. It's like I got decent at it and then I just quit. But then I also realized that with everything that I do, fake nails aren't really conducive to my lifestyle. Would I revisit practicing nails on camera, like just doing like the little fingertip things just to show some stuff, maybe relearn some stuff? I'm not against it. Definitely open to, when I get to getting done with everything else I want to do, I'm sure I'll revisit it because it's still art. But the main thing, do you have any questions about nail art? If I actually remember it, I can tell you. But yeah, I am actually a licensed cosmetologist artist, so I could probably just tell you, maybe, depending. Yeah, so let's have Ask Markette. So if y'all got some questions, ask me. Yeah, I need to get up and turn the air down. I'm getting cold. Thank you for the love. Thanks for, y'all know when y'all like the live, y'all share the live, y'all comment on the live, and y'all subscribe. That really helps the channel. So thank y'all for that. Any other questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Or not. I'm so happy. I got so much accomplished. But no, I'm not currently married to all the people who are asking it in their head. Marquette, can you sing? Yeah, I sing all the. Oh, you want, what kind of music are you asking me? Can I sing? What nail glue is the best? I don't know the best nail glue, ma'am. I would say go. I would go. So you can't go to the professional nail store. Uh, I was gonna say I would go to the professional nail store like Cosmoprof to get the nail glue, but you can't go there. So go to Sally's and get your nail glue. Whatever they sell at Sally's is decent enough. I'll use that, but I don't have any song. Okay. Ouch. Let me drink some water. Hold on. My allergies. I didn't take my allergy medicine. It's starting to catch up to me. I haven't been taking it for the last few days. The people who come in my hair room, they have pets, and their dander is why. Oh, that's why my allergies act up in this room. You knew you had me with your sensuous charms, yet you act so alarmed as I walked on by. And often happened, you had to know why I did not respond to carry on. So love me in a special way. What more can I say? Love me now. Coffee, that's it. Love me in a special way. What more can I say? Love me now. Love me now. 'Cause I'm special, not the average kind who accepts any lie. This sounds good. ZLEY. So reach into your chain of thoughts. Try to find someone new. 'Cause what worked so well for you before For me, that just won't do. Oh, so love me in a special way. What more can I say? Love me now. And oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I lost the scissors again. So reach into your chain of thoughts. Try to find someone new. Because what worked so well for you before, for me that just won't do. No, no. In a special way, yeah. So love me now, boy, love me now. Why don't you love me? Yeah, yeah. So love me now, boy, love me now. I know, keep finding my, so the thinnest shears keep happening. What's your favorite song? That's one of my favorite songs, but honestly, my voice is not at 100 right now because my allergies have flared up too much, too snotty. Can you dye hair? Yes, I know how to dye hair. Like, do you have the stuff for that? Absolutely. Hair closet, cosmetologist. Got hair coloring questions as well, Infinity? What's your favorite song? Love Me in a Special Way. Funny Feelings is a favorite song, which is so sad that I love that song. It's about heartbreak. It's about betrayal. It's like, every time I try to kiss your lips, you turn away. And when I try to hold you near my heart, you just tell me not today. Well, the days grow to weeks, and the weeks just as long. And I tried to be strong, and I feel like you don't love me anymore. Funny feelings that you don't love me anymore. Whoa, funny feelings that you don't love me anymore. I find myself stirring my love phone, waiting for it to ring. And though my mailbox is always full, but from you I never received a thing. Well, the days grow to weeks, and the weeks just as long. And I tried to be strong, but I feel like you don't love me anymore. Funny feelings that you don't love me anymore. Whoa, funny feelings that you don't love me anymore. Well, I try to go on, but the things that you say were those things that you do. They just tell me that you don't love me anymore. Oh, baby, you don't love me. I got the funny feelings, baby. You don't love me, no. You don't love me. You don't love me anymore. Funny feelings. Yeah, that song's by 112. Infinity Clouds. I'm happy that you made it through the outline of your ballerina. I'm happy that my advice, like my direction, was actually helpful for you. That's amazing. And I'm really happy. What is your name? I just forgot it that quickly. Tessa. Tessa, thank you for saying that my voice is beautiful. Yes, I do read while I sing. I read while I talk. I read while I do other things. I did this so y'all can actually zoom in and replay to figure out how I do this, because that was also a question asked earlier in the live. But thank y'all. A lot of my viewers actually tune in to hear me sing, like Infinity Clouds. She likes my singing too. My allergies are horrible in this room because there's pet dander. I don't personally have pets, but again, my clients have pets, and that flares up my allergies. And I tell people dander can live in a space for up to 6 months, but yeah, nobody cares. They just want their hair done. And a lot of them, I think some of them may actually be rubbing their dogs right before coming over, but I don't think they understand how that works. But it's okay. I like the money, so I deal with it. I just need to put my air purifier in here. Finny Class of Markette, do you use charcoal when you shade a drawing? I don't use charcoal per se. I always have these pencils that are different levels, and I use those. So whenever I am doing any kind of shading or highlighting, whatever, I think about the darkest point I wanted the picture, and the highest point. But I just charcoal pencils. I guess they're technically charcoal pencils, or pencils with a super dark lid. And I use the pressure of my hand to determine how light or dark it is. Like that picture I did, I literally just did the whole. I tried using a regular pencil and I hated the way it was doing, because once you use one of them, sometimes they don't overlap very well. So I typically just use the the darkest shade that I want in the entire picture for the whole thing. I think one day I'll actually get patient enough to just use more, but I typically just use whatever I'm touching in the moment. I don't know. I am not an oil pastels type gal. Yeah, those things, no part of me. I feel like one day I might get good at it. Like I think I might have ordered some oil pastels pens, or not pens, pencils. I might try those one day, but yeah, I haven't figured out how to make those great, so I'm gonna let them be great and not be a part of my portrait. I don't know. I'm sure I'll end up challenging myself to try it one day, but Markette, do you use? Yeah, I answered Infinity. Okay, cool. But yeah, maybe one day I'll go down that rabbit hole. But right now I'm focused on acrylic. Acrylic is my medium of choice, even though I did do that still for the with the pencil. That was a challenge. I was with someone that matters a lot to me, so I didn't have my art supplies. He happened to have his own art supplies, so I just used what he had, which was a cool challenge for me. So yeah. And I'm learning most of the people in my world they typically always have some kind of art supplies. So yeah, I need to just stop using the excuse, I don't have any supplies. Or I could do one better. I could take a backpack and make basic art supplies and keep at least 2 canvases with me. That would be more than right. Yeah, I could, technically. Could and will is not always the same, so don't hold me. Ah! Don't force it, Markette. I know. But that's why a lot of y'all's hair end up toe up, because y'all be forcing y'all's fingers down the ends instead of putting product and separating from the ends up. When will your next live be? Zoe should get home around 4 o'clock. If she says, Mom, I want to go in the art room when she gets home from school, I will do it then. If not, I have no idea. But most likely Zoe's going to want to get back to art because she decided that she was going to take a pair of her beats and she was going to scrape it up with some sandpaper and then paint on top of it. Me being the artist I am, I'm like, hey, you want to take your art, your beats, and you want to paint art on them and make content about how you're progressing? That's a great idea. Mommy approves. So yeah, if she does want to go live with me later, I will actually, even if she doesn't want to like live on the camera with me, I will have her say hi for like a split second, and I'll have her share what she's working on. But most likely I'll go live later today, because right now my hair is actually at a decent stopping point. I think this one might be the one that matters the most. I think I'll do this one up here and then I'll jump back around the perimeter, because I think once this one's done, I can do like some right here and then like some right here. And then even if I had to leave it up for like 2 to 3 days without touching it, it'll still be decent. Like it'll still be presentable, because I could throw it in a bun and camouflage all that thick hair underneath. But if that's the case, today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So technically, if I don't finish, I'm not going to finish my hair today. It's almost 12 o'clock. I don't think I want to finish that late. I think I will go live again before she comes home, because I'm going to have to take a few minutes break. I need to eat. All I had today was coffee, so I'm going to eat something for lunch. And then I'm going to make a couple phone calls that I have to do. I have to check a few of my accounts, see what I went through. Then I need to buy some stocks, because I haven't bought stocks in a couple of days. I haven't bought stocks in about a week or two, so I need to buy some stocks. And then I got a few other things I need to do. But then I'll probably try to work on my hair for a few more minutes before that. Oh, you are so beautiful from England. Hey, David, Vic from England. I am in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm American. Thank you so much. You are new to the channel. Hey. Did you subscribe already? So I'm actually an artist. So I paint, I draw, sing. I am an aspiring speaker. So some of these long form rants I go on, I would love to do it on the big stage and get paid to do that as well. I like to inspire and motivate people to be better. David says you're so attractive. Oh, Tessa says I'm American too. Hey, cool. We are American girls. Oh, David says God bless you. God bless you too. So yeah, definitely always working on motivation, inspirational, positivity, working through all the small wins. So to everyone who's like, oh, I can't buy stocks because I don't have a lot of money, get Cash App. And every time you go spend $10, $20, $30 on something you don't need, like that restaurant meal that you could have had just the burger and fry and you wanted the whole combo, then tell yourself that I could take $1 of that same money and buy a stock that has dividends. So like Chevron, they have dividends. Dividends is a stock that pays out. So you want it to pay out at least 1 to 4%. Now, if you go through Cash App, it's going to only give out like 1 to 4%. But then if you go open you up a Chase account, then you can actually play with the real stocks. I mean, they're all real stocks, but you know what I'm saying? It's a different type of stocks. So then you're playing the bigger game. And most of my stocks are through Cash App. I'm going to be honest with y'all. But now I'm starting to venture out into VOs, VOOs, and all those different things. Some different stocks that have multiple things in them. So instead of investing all your money in one company, I hope it doesn't go belly side up. I choose to find companies that are all working together in tangent, so that way they actually have a better portfolio. I'm sorry I have to go, but I'll be back at 4 if you end up doing a live. Okay, Tessa, have a good day. Thank you for watching so long, and thank you for all your input. You definitely helped today go by way faster. You and Infinity Clouds were the people who had the most to say to me, so thank you so much. I'm so happy you're part of the tribe. And if you think of some questions, let me know. I think I'm gonna make a post that says ask me some questions, and then that way y'all can have a space to just put questions on there. So I'll make sure I do that too. But thank you so much. Later. If any classes in Markette, what time? Yeah. Oh, so if it's 4 o'clock, it's not gonna be 4 p.m. I could tell you that much, 100%. But mine is always gonna be on a central time zone. You're right, because it is a different time for everybody. So right now it's 11:50 a.m. Central Time where I am. So in can y'all still hear me? So you're on Eastern Time Zone, Infinity Clouds. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? I just had a phone call. I actually need to take that call too. So I'm gonna hop off of here. We're at 1 hour and 45 minutes. So I'll stop at this braid. Cut your notifications on. Oh, cool. Yeah, I actually do need to take that phone call. Cut on your notifications. I'm gonna take a break. I think I'm gonna hop back on here within the next hour, work a little longer. Bye. And I will also go live with art if Zoe wants to. I will make a comment section too for that too. But y'all, thank y'all for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. I know I hit do not disturb. I didn't take the call. I wanted to say goodbye to you all. You all are that important to me. And I was like, okay, you gotta call back. But I wanted to say this for you all first. Bye. Yeah, I didn't want y'all to wonder what happened. All right, later, y'all.